So I've discovered 5 factors that represent the dark side of fitness marketing. And it gets pretty dark. There is some really, really shady stuff going on. The first factor is authority.
You should have respected my authority.
The second one is emotion. The third is complexity/simplicity. The fourth are results. And the fifth is money. So in this video, I'm going to give you a bunch of examples of each of them, how these are used against you. And you might be saying, Jeff, you're in the fitness industry. Why are you telling me the marketing strategies of people in the fitness industry? Well,
I choose to run toward my problems and not away from them. That's what... Because that's what heroes do.
The thing is, I don't use any of these strategies. None of them. Not one. I focus 99% on content. So if I can call out the bullshit that is going on in the marketing side of things, it's a win for me. It's a win for you.
What? I see this as an absolute win.
Because content is what will rise to the top. So the first factor is authority. When someone is trying to sell you something, especially something that is probably not worth the money that it costs, they will often try to appeal to their sense of authority. They will try to come off as more knowledgeable than they really are. One factor is their physique. For a lot of people, if they have a good-looking body, they have, the bicepticles, if they have the abdominals, if they have just a good-looking body, people will trust them. People will say, I want to look like this guy. They won't actually think and realize this product might not actually help me look like this person. You see this all the time from celebrity endorsements. They're famous, they're good looking, they have a sense of authority, you might trust them, they look good, and therefore you want to buy the stuff that they endorse. That's the reason why companies pay them money to endorse stuff, because it helps to move product. Even people online, you'll have these fitness models who, endorse this product. There's a good chance that they've never used this product in their lives. They are just being paid money to help push it to you. Another factor is genetics. They might look like that because they have great genetics. Okay, it's not talked about that much, but it's definitely a big factor. Steroids. Steroids have just as big of an impact as genetics. They really do. You can have incredible results from steroids. I'm not saying to use them. I'm not saying you can't get results without them, but they are very, very prevalent in the fitness industry. Heck, they might not even be real. Just because you see a picture or even a video on social media, it doesn't mean that it's real. In the modern world, anything you see on social media can be faked. So just don't trust it. Maintain an aura of skepticism at all times. Next is going to be credentials. So if they are a doctor or if they have a master's, if they have some kind of certification from some company, they will flout this at any and every opportunity. And I can't really blame them. If I had spent the money or the time or the effort or the energy on getting some kind of certification or degree, of course, I would keep it on my website or somewhere like that. However, you should know that it doesn't mean very much. A lot of these certifications, anyone can pass the course. And the course might not even have useful information. Just because someone is CS, that doesn't mean they are necessarily a valid source. I've even heard the most useless fitness advice from doctors. So the man in front of you has a PhD in kinesiology from the University of Georgia, which I guess that isn't that great of a program. And he is known as Joel the Troll Seedman by Alec Onkiri for a reason. He puts out the most asinine shit. This is supposed to grow your arms while maintaining your athleticism. I guess because you're on one leg and that's what athletes do, right? Train like an athlete, huh? No, it's just pure bullshit, and people eat this up because of his credentials. And for the average person, if they see MD, a little bit of an MDizzle after their name, they will blindly trust that source. Sadly. Don't be that guy or girl. Next would be subscription or follower count. Just because you see someone and they have 1 million or 2 million followers, that doesn't mean anything. You can buy followers. And if someone is getting, someone has 2 million followers and they're getting just a few comments per post, either it's almost all fake followers, or they screwed over their following so badly that most people don't even engage with their posts. You see this on YouTube channels who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And yet they're getting like 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 comments per video. How does that add up? It doesn't, because they are faking it till they make it. For example, Vince Del Monte has almost 400,000 subscribers. And yet, on this recent video, he has 3 comments, 2 of which are his own.
That's called fucking marketing.
He has 78,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram, and he's getting 6 comments per post.
Marketing.
How does that add up? Oh, it doesn't, because it's fake.
So this is actually a real advertisement that I've been getting from him. I took a screenshot, and I can sniff bullshit pretty well. Just look in his eyes. This over-promising charlatan, you can tell, just look in his eyes, full of shit.
I'm fucking selfish. That's called fucking marketing.
Another way people appeal to authority is by listing what magazines or publications or websites they have been published in. Now, this isn't always a bad thing. If I had been published in, Men's Health or Esquire or whatever, I would probably list it on my website. However, as a consumer, you should know that it doesn't necessarily mean very much. This same guy, Vince Del Monte, has been published on bodybuilding.com, as well as a bunch of other websites. So, that doesn't necessarily mean he knows what he's talking about, or isn't trying to just scam you out of money. And one of Vince's proteges, Clark Edgley, is doing the same thing. He has 501,000 subscribers. He's been gaining steadily over time. He's gotten 25,000 subscribers this month. However, in a recent video, he only has 66 comments. That rate of engagement is astonishingly low. For example, I have 15,000 subs, and I routinely get 400 comments per video. So if someone's engagement rate is super low, they almost certainly bought followers. And if someone has to buy followers, it makes you have to question a lot of stuff, doesn't it? Another thing they might say is, I am a best-selling author. And this might be the case, and I think it is usually a sign that they know what they're talking about, because they've sold a lot of books. However, you have to realize that marketing can do a lot. And depending on how you measure it, it might not actually mean all that much. For example, I am a best-selling author. Yep, Jeffrey Verity Schofield, best-selling author. I might not mention the fact that it's on Amazon, so it was for like a day or two when sales spiked, and they calculate things very, very quickly, not over a long term. It was also in a very local jurisdiction. It was also in a fairly niche category, bodybuilding and weightlifting. But luckily, I beat off the competition, and I was #1 for at least a few hours. And so I can legit, technically, call myself a best-selling author.
You will respect my authority.
Factor number 2 is emotion. Now, this is Marketing 101. It's one of the oldest marketing strategies in the book.
That's called fucking marketing.
You don't talk about the product. You don't talk about specifics. You don't talk about the details. You paint a picture. You paint a Picasso about what your life will be like while using this product. So you say, now you are fat and sad and ugly. By using this product, you will change everything. It's an investment. They frame it in this way. You could be eating a shitty cheeseburger or hamburger or pizza or something, or you can use that money to buy my product, which is a better investment.
It's called marketing.
You sack of wine.
They'll compare it to a cup of coffee. They'll say, for less than a price of the cup of coffee per day. Have you ever had a cup of coffee? You think I'm going to give up my fucking cup of coffee to buy your shitty product? No. Coffee is way more valuable. You see what they're doing? They're appealing to emotion. They're painting a picture of what your life will be like with the program. They are promising massive results.
That's called fucking marketing.
However, that's not really how the body works, is it?
That's marketing. It's really good marketing. But if the marketing actually was true and people could help you do what they said, If someone could help you build a 7-figure business in 1 year, do you not think that would be a billion-dollar company? It's called marketing.
Sack of wine.
You know, when you come into a coaching program, when you buy a fitness program, you're not going to have a six-pack overnight. You're not going to build a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business in 1 year.
And it goes on. There was like 30 pages of this. It's called a click funnel. They get you to this page and then they just spam you with marketing, and there's only one way out of the page. You click on the button and you buy the product that's been hyped to the max. Okay? That's how they do it. This is the part right before they do the pitch. P.S. If you want to achieve insane fitness results while burning off a bit of belly fat, boosting your T levels, and doing it all in less than 16 minutes per week,
do you not think every single person in the world would have known about this solution and have bought into it if it actually worked?
what's stopping you? Dude, familiarity? You're here for a reason. So you're already on the page. They're like, well, you're already here. You must be interested. They don't think they're pitching to me. They're pitching to an average dude. You want more out of your body. It's time. It's time for the main event to make that reality for you for less than the cost of a greasy meal for two. So again, they're saying you waste so much of your money on shitty stuff, waste it on this instead.
And you're falling for it, and it's okay. Just you have to reset your expectations.
Or you can click and tap here now to get started. PPS. And don't forget, you're backed up by my anabolic shield. The fuck does that mean? 60-day money-back guarantee. You truly have nothing to lose. Don't wait any longer. I'd hate, emotion, for you to click away and never come back. No, he'd hate that because he wouldn't make any money selling his bullshit product.
And you're falling for it, and it's okay.
Only to fast forward a month, a year, or even 5 years from now and look back with regrets. Emotion.
And realize this is good marketing that I'm falling for.
Also remember, the pre-sale release discount is only available for the first 200 men who download the program today. I wouldn't want you to miss out. 21-day fast mass building. Gain 12 pounds of pure muscle, as opposed to impure muscle, in just 21 days. Using the anabolic amplifier effect.
All right? And I'm being compelled. I'm being motivated. Someone's saying something to speak to my irrational brain, but now I've got to get my feet on the ground.
Test group confirms it. Okay, yeah, I'm sure their scientific study was incredibly rigorous, right? Discover how you can gain up to 5. So up to 5. He doesn't actually promise 5. He says up to 5. It's very vague, yet sounds impressive at the same time.
I got you with some good marketing.
So they're not saying anything, not really promising anything. They're just saying up to 5. That doesn't mean anything. 10, 15, or even 20 pounds of pure muscle, okay, in just 21 days.
I got you with some good marketing.
21 pounds in 20 days, okay.
I got you with some good marketing.
They actually had the fucking audacity to type that. With the fastest and easiest cycling program ever created. So it's fast and it's also easy. You know, you're going to gain literally more than a year worth of muscle in 3 weeks, and it's going to be easy too. Ridiculous.
People self-sabotaging because of bull BS marketing, just BS, and I do it. You guys, everybody who's in my coaching program has fallen for good marketing. I got you with some good marketing.
Goes on. Pro fitness model. So I guess this is Vince Del Monte, and he's appealing to his authority as a pro fitness model, even though it kind of looks like shit now, to be honest.
Slytherin!
You can gain muscle quickly, in red, while stripping away fat. Okay, you can do both at the same time, but it's really freaking slow. By avoiding these 3 muscle building lies you should never ever do. So they're putting themselves against everyone else. We've discovered some kind of new system that is revolutionary or new.
And you should do it too.
No, I don't think I will.
References a little bit of science, a little bit of hormones, like there's grains of truth sprinkled in. Imagine for a moment that it's 21 days from today. Sound familiar? And you've already added 2 inches to your chest.
Motherfucker.
An inch to your arms in 3 weeks.
Motherfucker.
This guy makes Athlete X look like a fucking saint. And up to 12 pounds of rock solid muscle to your frame in 3 weeks.
Motherfucker. He's good.
Guys are asking you what you're on, and girls are giving you that look.
I'm fucking selfish.
So again, sex, desire, status. It's playing on all these sort of deeper levels of brainwave to try to get you to buy, to try to get you to click. They'll use emotion. They'll make you feel guilty for looking the way you do, even if in some cases you're in really good shape. I've had people come to me and they're like 15% body fat, and they're like, I feel like I should maybe cut down a little bit. No, you're fine, okay? They'll use sex. They'll use jealousy. They'll use status. They'll overpromise and inevitably underdeliver. All these strategies, all these techniques. They'll use time. They'll try to pressure you into buying. They'll say the price is going to go up in 12 minutes. Why 12 minutes? They'll say there's a limited supply. Why is there a limited supply for an e-seminar, for an e-book? I would never say, only 20 copies to go before the price goes up. Why? Why is that a limiting thing? Like, why do you have to feel the need, the pressure to buy right away? It's bullshit. Number 3 is something I see all the time, but it's a little more subtle. They'll use complexity, but also simplicity at the same time. So in one sentence, they'll bamboozle you with a bunch of different hormones and scientific names and references to scientific studies which might support part of what they say. They will say something is revolutionary and new, and they'll just pile on the pseudoscience and the terminology and the acronyms, everything, just to make their system seem really, really confusing.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Then they will switch tactics and they will make everything seem super easy, super simple, not hard to follow at all. 5 minutes a day, you can get amazing results. And this juxtaposition makes it seem like their system is worth buying into, because they take something complex and make it very, very easy, simple to do, simple to follow, and doesn't even require a lot of effort to get jacked and huge while burning fat, etc. This one ancient trick that increases testosterone and forces new muscle growth on this very page, which you've somehow arrived at through bullshit marketing or Facebook ad or whatever. You think this guy built his physique from jogging or even sprinting? No, okay? This guy probably doesn't even know he's on this page, okay? He was taken from somewhere else, probably a Google image search, slapped on here to sell some crappy product, okay? So you can't really trust any kind of imagery. Any kind of infomercial that you see, I can guarantee you that the model had nothing to do with the product. They might not even have heard of it before they did the shoot. Believe it or not, I've been a model. I know. Don't be too mean about it, but I have been a model here in Shenzhen. Okay, when I didn't have a stable long-term job, before I started coaching, before I started with Quora and YouTube and the internet, I've done like short-term modeling jobs. Where just you go and you just, there was an ab wheel roller that they were selling, and they literally made me do like 500 ab wheel rollouts that day. They're like, pause the bottom position. We need to get the cameraman to change his batteries. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm dying here. But I had never heard of the product before. And, it was an okay product, but it wasn't like something I would ever use on a regular basis. So most models are just being models. They're not actually endorsing the product. They probably never even heard of it. For my book, I named it Sweat, but I didn't, the name doesn't matter. Usually I just say, buy my book, because people trust me and they realize that it's going to be a good product, and it is a good product. But it's not like I call it the maximum anabolic anabolizer or something to go over the top. It's just information. There's honestly nothing revolutionary in my book. There's nothing in my book that you can't find somewhere else. Okay, and if you really wanted to, you could find all the information in my book. It would just take you several months, if not several years. So it's just a well-written, solid piece of work.
What a piece of work.
But there's nothing in there that is going to get you like triple the results of some other program. Another factor are results. So first, testimonials. If someone has a testimonial on their website, it could be legit, or it could be completely fabricated. Just because you have a testimonial written on someone's website, they could have written that themselves, okay? Joey D from Michigan, who the fuck knows if that's a real person, okay? Maybe, maybe not. If it's something on Amazon, like if you go to my book page on Amazon, you'll find dozens of reviews. Those are legit.
I say with conviction, what a piece of work.
Because there's no way I can write a review for someone, okay? They actually wrote that themselves. But if it's on someone's website, all bets are off, okay? It could be a complete fabrication. Plus, even if it is real, you're probably not getting a full picture. Let's say 100 people get the product, and 10 of them like it, get good results, and give a testimonial. What if 90 people either got injured or stopped doing it or hated it, etc.? You don't hear from those because why would you include a bad testimonial on your page? When was the last time you saw a bad testimonial on a website? Someone who's like, yeah, it was okay. Like, you know, I kind of had some shoulder issues after I did the behind the neck push presses or something. No, okay, you never hear that, ever. Next would be transformations. Again, if it's on a website, you have no idea if those are real. They might not even have done the program. It could just be pictures from the internet. I'm sure there's some program out there where you can just input a before picture and it like slims it down and they lost 50 pounds of fat in 3 weeks. There's not even proof of a time scale. Now, not every transformation is fake, of course. You know, I have some transformations up on my Instagram. I have worked with people. I've judged actually a competition that had transformations. But if it's on someone's website, you have no idea. Because at any step, it could be fake. It could have been faked by the person. If it was a challenge, like for a transformation challenge with prizes and shit, someone could have photoshopped the original pictures or the after pictures or anywhere in between. The lighting could be different, okay? There are tons of things that can go wrong in that process. If it's a blank background, you can, pull the shoulders out a bunch and you'll never know the difference. Same thing for waistline. You can see if there's a door bending, obviously, like that's the most obvious thing in the world.
Then we will fight in the shade.
But for other stuff, you could never tell the difference. Or the people running the transformation could be doing the photoshopping. It can be subtle, it can be slight, but there's no proof they didn't do it. So any transformation, do not believe. And that even goes for the ones that I put out. Because even though I can swear to God and swear whatever, that's just words. Like there's no reason for you to believe me or trust me. So don't believe anything you see online, on social media, etc. Because it could be a lie. And that even goes for videos nowadays. With videos are becoming more advanced and there's stuff you can do probably like deep faking shit. And if you can deep fake a video, you can probably get someone to look slimmer in a video. Next are steroids. So just because someone has a transformation and they didn't Photoshop it, that doesn't mean it was done naturally. That doesn't mean that they might have used some kind of, hormones or steroids or some kind of dangerous fat burner or diuretics. Like there are lots of things you can do to manipulate the results. So ultimately, you should not believe any results that you see online. They simply cannot be trusted. And this even goes for body composition scales data. I've had people who tell me with a straight face and completely believing it, that they gained 15 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks while losing like 10 or 12 pounds of fat. And they believe it. They completely believe it because this piece of shit scale says it. Okay? And we all know it's not true, but they don't know it's not true. And it looks nice seeing it in a little readout. Oh yeah, I gained massive amounts of muscle while losing massive amounts of fat in just a few days. Next, we have money. Now, one thing they will do is make it seem like it's a hell of a bargain by introducing an initial price and then showing you a very, very low price. So here, they give you a $687 initial price tag. They value every single material that they give you like $60 or $70. Where does that valuation come from? Nowhere. They just pulled it out of their ass, okay? Really no logic or basis in reality. Then they give you a price of $197 because they're such nice people. But because they're even nicer, they slash it down to $97 for this pile of shit that they're about to throw your way. Wow, what a bargain.
I'm fucking selfish.
Or they'll pressure you into saying there's only a limited number of copies for each typical price and it will go up soon. Or they'll just give you a straight up timer saying buy it in the next 5 minutes or it'll go up 1,000% or something like that. And I haven't done those, but discounts aren't necessarily a bad thing if they are fairly honest. So if you see something that's like 80 or 90% off, why? Why was it so expensive before? It means the original price was just pure horseshit. For example, my book is 50% off, but it's worth the $30 original price, and it's only $15 for the initial few months. It will go up to $30 because it is still a good value for that price. I wouldn't initially put it at like $200. Who sells an ebook for $200? Like, you'd have to be the greediest motherfucker ever to sell an ebook for $200. Like, I can't even fathom. Oh shit. Another thing they will do is giveaways. They'll say like $10,000 in prizes. But a few things here. First, they are valuing the things themselves. So if someone is giving $10,000 in prizes, that might only cost them a few $100s in costs to actually manufacture and make. And if it's $10,000 of ebooks, literally costs them nothing. Okay? If I did like a $1,000 giveaway of ebooks, that doesn't cost me anything. Okay? The price tag is completely arbitrary. And Athlete X will do this all the time. He will say in almost every single video, he'll put a post saying notification squad. If you click on this video in the first hour, you can go to the site and you'll get potentially a free copy of a free program. The trouble is, in every single post, one of the most liked comments is like, do people win? I've tried this hundreds of times. I've never won. And then there's like one or two guys who are like, I won once. That could be a complete lie. Okay, that can be just an engagement strategy where no one actually wins. You know those things where it's like, tag 57 friends on Instagram and they tag 57 friends and then you're entered for a chance to win a fucking Lamborghini. How do you know if anyone wins? Okay? And if there's an announcement that someone wins, that could just be a fake account. Or it could be, you know, their friend who they send the prize to. So these kind of competitions, they are mostly bullshit. It's just marketing, and occasionally they're legit, but I think a lot of the times, not so much. Another one they'll do is the money back guarantee. They'll say, if you're not satisfied, if you don't get amazing results, we'll give you your money back, no questions asked, etc. And then when you try to, often it's actually very, very difficult to do. They have no customer support, you can't get a hold of them, the process takes weeks, or they need like proof that you didn't succeed on the program. How are you going to prove that you didn't succeed on the program? Well, like, what do you take, an even shittier after picture or something and send it their way? So I think a lot of the times these, or your money back, once they have your credit card information, what are you going to do? Speaking of Greg Doucette, here is one of the most heavy-handed examples of marketing I've ever seen. Because I bought his book, even though they never actually sent me the book, go figure, I actually get emails from his marketing team. Here's one of them. Be on the lookout for more emails from me. Oh, I definitely will, Greg. Thank you. They will all help you on your fitness and life journey. Really? There's actually no information on them. It's mostly just spamming me with products. Open them and do what I say. That's about as heavy-handed as it gets. Speaking of heavy-handed, here are some dumbbell utensils, in case you wanted to have a laugh after I threw some shade. And ultimately, these pond scum motherfuckers need to be held accountable, whether it's Vincent Sand or Vince Del Monte. Why are they all named Vince? Is that a thing? Why? Anyway, comment below how you are holding yourself accountable for your life, business, and fitness. Are you committed to being held accountable in public, online, or with an accountability partner? So I actually signed up to be your accountability partner, Vince, and so I commented. Great post, Vinny boy. Accountability is crucial. Acting with honor and behaving with integrity are the most important things that someone in the fitness industry can do.
I'm fucking selfish.
Ideally, this accountability would come from within, from a place of basic human decency, and a knowledge that treating others with respect and dignity should be the default setting, rather than scamming them with over-marketed lies and pseudoscience.
I got you with some good marketing.
However, in some cases, this does not happen, and accountability must come from elsewhere. That's all for this video. Peace.